вродливий, і ти це знаєш. Ти легко й красиво в кохання граєш. Ти поруч проходиш, не помічаєш. На мене уваги ти не звертаєш. Але чекати я більш не буду. Тебе зустріну і будь-що буде. Будь-що буде, ти оглядаєшся неохоче, будь-що буде. І я дивлюсь тобі прямо в очі, будь-що буде. Нехай звертають увагу люди, кладу я руки тобі на груди. І тихо шепчу, будь-що буде. Будь-що буде, ти оглядаєшся неохоче, будь-що буде. І я дивлюсь тобі прямо в очі, будь-що буде. Нехай звертають увагу люди, кладу я руки тобі на груди. І тихо шепчу, будь-що буде. Будь-що буде. Будь-що буде. Будь-що буде, буде. Будь-що буде, буде. Ти хлопець вродливий, а я звичайна. Для тебе не диво, дівоча тайна. Все зважу востаннє і все не варто. Дівоче кохання, для тебе жарти.
Bobro Dobro is now live.
Я більш не буду.
Streaming hard. Let's sculpt. Templar number 13.
Нехай звертають увагу люди, кладу я руки тобі на груди. І тихо шепчу, будь-що буде. Будь-що буде. Будь-що буде. Будь-що буде, буде. Будь-що буде, буде.
Stormlord is to be feared and respected.
Yes. He's pulled me out of what literally felt like the depths of hell. So I owe him my life. And
Hi to everyone, if
I
somebody
will
is watching me.
continue to serve him and do
So
as he asks
today
whenever
I
he
will
asks.
Are you
do
from the Menagerie
this
Coast as well?
No.
forward part of
Are you
this
from the Empire?
armor.
No.
Last stream I made this part using
Sorry, guys, that's a
plugin.
lot. If you don't want to answer, I understand.
Using the plugin, how's it called?
When you say pulled you from
Easy
hell,
match.
Wow, Bo. Really?
Very helpful thing.
I
I recommend to use it to everyone.
Very glad that you're back.
I vouch for her for what it's worth.
Which means a lot, Molly.
It means what it means.
Holy.
Molly, what else do you do around the hot bath spa place?
You run into your friends who are also heading in odd directions.
You stand uncomfortably close to people you know and make them feel awkward, and I walk really close to you for it.
It makes... I tend to find it's just easier to look into somebody's eyes and figure out if they're lying to you if they're naked and boiling.
Jester, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yasha, it's interesting to see you without your cloak.
Yeah.
Super adamant about that one.
I was cold.
Sure. Hot tub, you know.
I recall when you asked for it, it was a very cold day.
So today we will do this central front part.
Do you need a towel?
On our reference, on my reference, looks
I'd like
something
to think
like
you got a
this.
sword in your hand, for God's sake.
This is normal, right?
You
This,
pay
this
extra
kind
to keep
of.
your weapons, so
Cleanliness?
you just
Yeah.
never know. when
Actually,
you're
there's not much to do with
no,
it.
it seems
It's not so
professional.
complicated from
Oh,
like
right.
back part,
Right,
but
now-
at least I need to do something with thickness. Because as you can see now the thickness is different on the top part and on the lower part of this.
6 days in,
uh,
I think,
piece.
and I'm really questioning this.
So I need to think how to make it even.
Well, should we take the mission to go kill the big beast?
I think so.
I say we take the beast. We again keep
What
it on
should
the down
I
low. We'll
do?
figure out a way of getting credit and keeping our reputation, but keeping it quiet.
All right.
Okay.
Keeping it
Okay.
fair.
We take it to the Herald of the Hall.
Yes.
God, I hope his name is Harold.
You
It's
guys
the
know
motion.
how Shikasta was all like,
The thing is, we already have
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, he was
the
all
part what was made earlier, and over it there is this panel with decorations.
everywhere he went, he was like,
And now when
super badass.
I'm going to remake this part, I may lose the geometry, and I'll need
Yeah, like
to
I was kind of into it. I didn't feel demeaned by it. I was like, oh,
fix
kind of
this
Yeah.
top parts.
Bring on
That sounds mean, but
They're separated, and
I'm just saying, maybe
I think
You like
that
that?
might be a problem.
Oh, it's good to see you.
I get
We'll
out
see.
and I start drying my hair and try to get pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, we're up.
All right. So you guys start making your way out of the bath, gathering your clothing once more, as you head back into
I
the.
gathered my clothing away from
Is this one
Jester.
still in disguise? No, but you're still in disguise?
I don't know how long's it been.
It's an hour that it takes to do it.
Oh yeah. No, it's been. You've been in here. I'd say catching up and soaking for about a half an hour to 40 minutes. So you're getting pretty close to losing your.
Wrap a towel around myself,
Disappears into the
and
hour.
then I'll drop the floor.
Come on,
Okay.
son.
You now see like the towel-covered goblinoid form of not her hair just like wet and tattered down across the face. It's like long and in the front, the yellow eyes kind of peeking through.
It's like Samara from the
Are our
rain.
clothes in here or somewhere else? Did we
They
leave
probably
them?
folded
They
them
were-
up for
Leave them
us.
in cubbies?
Yeah.
But I didn't send mine off to be cleaned.
Oh, then yours was in the
It's in the
locker.
pile
So
on
I'm going to
the
pull
cupboard.
the spool of silver thread and I'll take a length of it out and I'm just going to pull Not's hair back and then I'll just do a little ponytail. Simple.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna wait till everyone
Bo-
gets out.
I was gonna say, damn it. Damn it. I was gonna say, I wait and watch all my friends get out. Just opposite side.
You guys coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I get my full time's
Yeah,
worth.
except we paid a lot for this.
Should we just catch you outside then?
So, no, it's good.
No, we
really
shouldn't catch you
hot tub.
Yeah. I think the moment is past for the rest of us. I think we should go.
We'll just
Maybe,
scout.
maybe
We'll
they
just
need
scout.
more hot water. We'll send some in on
Yeah.
our way out.
Have fun storming the castle.
The clean clothing is presented. You guys get dressed, and your outfits are waiting for you in the dressing room.
Okay.
So I think
I'm ready for monster.
I must
First.
divide it.
We're in hot tub chicken right now.
So we have this very thin
I mean, I
part
don't
and
care to show
this
anything.
thick part.
I just.
No?
I think
Wanted to
to
get
even it by adding one
I feel like this is a pool of honesty. I just wanted to see everybody else naked first.
Yeah, it's
level.
Okay, I'm getting out.
So this part will be
And the
thick
water
and
drops.
this part will be thinner. But
It's fun to watch her make her way out using the
we
large
have
great
decorations
sword,
and
essentially as a walking stick.
we need to somehow make it
emerges from the
Do I get a nice view?
so what
Yeah.
so it don't float in space because we might get some gap in between. I don't need that gap.
And now I get out.
All right, there you go.
We're good now.
So let's think.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have regathered your materials. You've Reconvene
So,
outside.
I think I need to
you've
copy
now,
it.
it's about midday now, about noonish. The rest of the day is still yours. What are you yours to do?
Let's find
And
the
paste.
Herald.
Yeah.
The
While
Maudlin Herald.
you guys do that, I need to go to the Pillow Trove, okay?
You see?
Where are you going?
I need to go to the Pillow Trove, which is a really the nice
There.
in place.
Here we can see how
I don't want to go in, but would you mind if I tagged along with you?
No, that's
how
fine.
Okay.
Will you be gone for a while? Or is
Much
it a quick errand?
It's a quick errand. I
thicker
just need to pop in
it
and
must
pop out.
be.
You know how you
We'll
do.
just see you back over here then? Okay.
Not. You want to stick with the others? I'm going to run an errand with Chester.
Do you need me?
I don't know.
Not
Maybe
for this. I swear just
maybe
a couple of hours.
Do you need health?
I'll leave it
potions?
as
Because you might
thick
die.
as this part.
I think chances are very low that I will be.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have the
Let's
one
see.
with me.
Come on, we'll be fine. We'll see if we can meet anybody else who you could make feel better about who they are.
Go have fun. Maybe you get another button or two from a grumpy person.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I go before we leave. I run up and give Yasha a hug, and say, "I'm glad you're back."
Oh, thank you, Chester. I get uncomfortable. I don't hug her back, but I gently give her one pat.
And someone's better at that.
Caleb sees this. Caleb sees this and just goes.
This is the hunger around the
What?
arms that are down, and you're like,
Yeah.
How can it be asymmetrical?
perfect.
I'm trying. Very uncomfortable human touch.
I feel like I know you better now.
All right, we'll see you back at the King's Hall.
Okie dokie.
What?
So, those of you heading to the King's Hall, you make your way back to the familiar
get
outside
it.
this large center for
How could it be
law, order, and
asymmetrical?
judgments within the
It
city
was
of Zadash.
totally symmetrical, but when
As you approach
When
the
it happened,
interior, or
the
doorways, the front of
destroyed
the guards
the
pass you by
symmetry.
very closely as you enter. And on the interior, you can
Christ.
see there are two round tables with what appear like curved benches that meet the sides of it. And there you can see some of the Crown's Guard in the process of talking to various civilians and taking notes. There's conversation about, pardon me. So,
Is there like a desk or a clerk or someone that is?
you don't see a desk or a clerk, but you do see the Crown's Guard that are currently at the tables talking to these individuals, and you see two other individual Crown's Guards that are walking, or sorry, standing and guarding two hallway entrances that lead further into the King's Hall.
As we walk up, I'm gonna take my robe and just, for the first time, any time this party has seen, kind of just cross it over and tie it a little
Okay.
bit more traditionally.
Okay.
I'll walk up to one of the King's Guard and just ask. We're here to inquire about one of the postings. There's a roving beast that needs taken care of.
Let me go ahead and get the herald for you, Held, in just a second. And he goes and scoots out of the next hallway. A few moments later, you watch as this really kind of stressed-looking male dwarf with these thick, like mutton chops, and this kind of salt and pepper hair, well-groomed. It's like combed really heavily to one side. The thick hair is being tamed to the point where, in a very Gene Wilder way, like it's combed and then out one side. And as he walks in, he's wearing what looks to be long robes of gold and white and silver, and carries the holy symbol
So, let's
of
see
the
how
Lawbearer.
thick we
It
need
looks
to
be an
make
axe
it.
that hangs on a chain with a
Image.
scale embedded in the center of it. He walks in. So you're inquiring about the job board.
That's right. We're a few members of the group known as the Mighty Nine. We would like to take one of those listings off your hand if we could.
All right. Which one on the task board are you looking for?
The one mentioning that roving beast seems about our speed.
Kind of gives a quick glance over all of you. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this out. And he pulls a small side bag that has a bunch of pieces of paper in it. And he unfolds one section, sets it down. And your names?
Can't we just all go under the Mighty Nine?
I'm sorry, but for the purposes of maintaining organization within the paperwork here, I need to know the names of those who are to claim any rewards or benefits of completing a job.
Yeah, I'm Philbin.
Philbin. All right. And you are?
Regis.
Aw, damn it! I can't say it
Yeah,
now.
fucker.
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Cowrie.
Cowrie.
Desma.
Smart. All right.
A berry.
Short for Barrymore.
It's short. It's short for Barrymore, but I just go by Barry.
Barry.
Make a deception.
Handshake afterwards the best.
Oh. D&D Beyond.
What
Wait,
screen
remember
are you
how to
on?
go to the card.
Screen are you on?
Wait.
Hold on. We're
Still new.
Refreshing.
Refreshing.
What'd
It's
you roll?
loading.
There you go.
Actually, that's DocuSign.
Oh, wow.
You're on the wrong app completely.
Really? Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's a number.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
Is it a minus?
It's a -2.
Right, Barry. Okay. This here is a writ of Lawmaster Intent. This will give you entrance to the location of where the job's supposed to take place. So, this supposed creature has held up in a sewer nexus right on where the Inrested Sprawl meets with the outer wall of the Tri-Spire. So, we need you to travel down there and, well, let's say there's a whole region on the inside where we've been hearing about this backing up of various liquid and strange noises from cleaners who were making their way through. So we sent a few Crown's guards down and came across a massive congealed sewage slime and webbing. So we, well, the fucking cowards ran back and we need to dig deeper. So here we are. Find a way of whatever is creating this disturbance, kill it, take it back with proof of the kill, whatever built that little nest, and the Crown is willing to drop you about 700 gold pieces.
That's
700 gold pieces.
That's correct.
money purse.
Just for the entrance, they are aware that there are several of us. We are just representatives of a slightly larger group.
Well, you have to divide it evenly from the 700 you get.
Of course, but we can all get entrance from this writ, of course.
All the ones that are names on here.
So you need all the names of everybody involved.
There's more involved.
Well, we're called the Mighty Nine, aren't we?
Takes the writ. And who are the other companions?
Well, let's just send 7 of us down for now.
Yeah, that's fair.
7 of 9?
Yeah.
Oh,
We have our hands.
I've never felt such a hatred for the language moment. Wow.
What are those other two called? I forget.
We've got Karen
Karen.
and
Rothschild?
In the
Karen and Rothschild.
yeah. So wouldn't that mean it would be we would get 900 gold?
yeah.
100 per person, per you know.
No, that'd be 700 gold split between the lots of you.
And just to be clear, there's no clearage of sewage. We're just here to take care of whatever's causing that webbing you mentioned.
Whatever's causing the blockage and the webbing, whatever else they found down there, yes, take care of that. Bring back proof of the death.
Proof of okay.
But you
Do we
don't
know
know
what kind of monster it is?
Yeah,
No fucking clue. That's why you're being paid 700 gold for it.
Okay. Have people been killed?
People have gone missing. Think you're the first to try and take the job? No, it's dangerous. That's why we're paying so much. If you don't want it, go away. If you want it, here's the rate. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mighty obliged.
Yeah.
We'll take care of this most expediently.
Bye.
Wait, has anyone gone and come back?
There have been three times that it's been taken up, and one's come back declining it, and 2 that have not.
Declining it for any specific reason, or they just change their mind?
I think they changed their mind a bit.
We'll
Fair
take
enough.
care of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
I sense a little sarcasm here, sir.
It's a dwarven thing. The resting bitch voice.
Well,
Fair enough.
Good day to you. We'll take care of this.
Great. Well, shove off.
Okay.
No, that's
yeah.
fine.
We leave.
We walk away.
All right.
Theoretically,
Yeah.
Not that I want to be, what's the word, shysta or something like that?
Shyster.
Shyster. Couldn't, if they don't know what the monster is, and we have a perfectly good manicore head.
But then they're going to send people down there.
That's not really our problem.
Yeah,
Well,
but if we get,
talking about.
but if we get the gold
Maybe it came back
first.
to life.
As someone who actually has towns that they can't re-enter again, for reasons that we will go into later, over booze, it's best to kind of keep a clear reputation.
Bo does have a good point, though. I mean, if we get down there and it's some world-ending monster, I mean,
We can just run back up and
And look, we found a manicore. Who knows that they make nests?
there's a blacksmith. who knows.
Apparently. Oh, do you think the blacksmith cares what the Empire is doing? Blacksmith is just trying to survive.
I think the blacksmith will get 10 gold for telling him if they find out that there was a manticore down there that...
If the blacksmith knows.
All right, it's a good plan.
It's an emergency plan. It's a good plan B. I'll grant it that.
Where your head's at.
we'll head up to the outside and wait out by the posting where we last saw Caleb and Jesse.
Okay.
Karen
Now
and
that-
Rothschild.
Karen and Rothschild.
I'm gonna juggle.
Alrighty, you guys, after asking some questions, making your way around, you eventually find the Tri-Spire, which is not too difficult to see once you know what you're looking for. You see these three very unique-looking towers that ascend past what looks to be a round wall that encases the interior of this kind of elite portion of the city. As you approach the wall, the outer walls you see are basic stonework and masonry, thick as they may be and used from a defensive position. These walls are made of solid marble, and they look more decorative than designed to be a military buttress of any kind. As you approach, you can see there are two entrances to it, or at least you've been told there are two. The one that's nearest to you kind of opens in the direction of the Penta Market, and while the portcullis is lifted, you see there are two Crown's Guard there, currently standing with spears and shields at the ready. You watch as a horse-drawn carriage kind of clomps by you and makes its way inside, and you guys approach, and one of the guards steps forward. Can I help you, please?
Yes, we have business at the Pillow Trove.
I don't think you do. Please, shove off.
Oh, well, I have business at the Pillow Trove.
What's your business with the Pillow Trove?
I have a package that's being delivered there. What business do you have at the Pillow Trove?
Look, your friendly looks like he just wanted out of the evening nip, if anything, so it would be best.
I hired him to protect me because, you know, I'm very fragile and delicate. But if he doesn't look well enough to be my guard, you're welcome to walk me instead.
They kind of look at each other. Make a persuasion check.
Come on, girl.
Come on.
Come on, just.
Oh!
22!
He looks at each other, he looks back at you.
That was impressive.
All right, I'll walk you in briefly. Gotta get back to my post. You stay the fuck out of this.
Sorry, Caleb. But you know what it's like, okay?
Rejected.
All right, to the Pillow Trove. This way. Follow me. The other guard kind of steps past him and kind of just blocks you from the other two. And as the guard guides you in, he makes a big whistle sound, does a finger loop, and you watch as another guard gets relieved and comes down to kind of help him at the front doorway.
You guys are really on top of your shit in here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so now stepping into the Tri-Spire.
Does that happen lickety-split? The second guard comes down?
There's maybe a 20-second period where he's making his way down. He quickly, like, you get the sense of the look of this, and just glancing through the interior, you see what look to be elements of beautiful courtyard parks with trees and bushes. You can see statuesque structures that decorate where the various roads indicate. What normally was just dirt road with occasional bits of stonework is beautifully laid cobblestone from the interior. You can see homesteads of different styles of construction from all across this continent and beyond. This is where the money of the city goes. This is the district where the elite live, where the elite work, and where folk of very specific visual presentation and purpose are allowed entry.
Right. And as she goes and does her thing, I just want you to know that Frumpkin does follow her, and I leave and walk around the block and duck into an alley or any private place and cast Disguise Self on myself to make myself look very, very resplendent.
Roll a stealth check for Frumpkin.
For Frumpkin, it's not very good. It is only a 4.
Ooh.
As Frumpkin begins to kind of run his way in, one of the guards goes, pace off, and kicks Frumpkin about 10 feet off and kind of stumbles and skids and then gets back up.
Does that take
Not okay.
any damage?
I'd say take 1 point of damage, yeah.
I rolled hit points for him when I made him, and it was 1, so he's gone.
You kicked this cat into oblivion.
You kicked this cat until
I
he
didn't.
burst.
I
You
didn't.
kicked this cat so hard. You kicked the highlights out of his head.
Now, Billy, who's laughing now?
Stray cats can't just wander into.
Caleb curses to himself and wanders around and does what he says.
Okay.
Suddenly looking very noble.
Super powerful.
But I'll let that go, and then I will follow.
You guys, I kicked this cat today and it fucking evaporated.
If that isn't a beer-worthy story, I don't know what is.
Somebody punched me.
Caleb is
The guard looks a bit confused. As you wander back, he's like pointing at the tip of his boot and he's like, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. So what do you look like?
Oh, I am wearing the deepest black robes, and I have a black goatee. Very evil David Hasselhoff. You know? Sure, that.
It's very embroidered and
It's
everything.
all black velvet.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes, the way the audience thinks Vex looked, that's what I look like right now. I have a meeting in 20 minutes at the Pillow Inn. I don't know what it's called, but Caleb does.
Man.
Caleb does. I don't remember shit, but Caleb says whatever the name of it is. Because of my feet.
This is the smartest feat you've ever taken.
Of course it is.
Oh, man.
Very specifically, I say whatever it's called.
Pillow Trove.
Because I don't
It's gonna be bad.
Right.
I don't remember. He does.
No, pillow.
I have a meeting in 20 minutes at the Pillow. The Pillow Grove. I know that's wrong.
Oh, you're
No, I know that's wrong.
deeper.
Right now, 20 minutes. I need to get in.
They both kind of blink their eyes at you. And as you glance down to look at your hand,
Yeah.
it's your regular sleeve.
What? The spell didn't work here?
It worked, but then as you approached, you looked down and it's no longer there.
Oh, magic shit.
And you have a sense now, you kind of think back to the air of magical longevity that the spell would maintain.
Right.
It's gone.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
Disguise self or
No. Yeah, I used Disguise Self.
So they dispelled it? They have like a
They've
dispel?
got like
We don't know.
threshold.
At some point, as you approached and then walked up to the gate, your disguised self just dissipated.
Okay.
And there was kind of the one guard that was there before is
really
like,
good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
Okay,
remarkable
I just walk away.
Yeah.
as you walk away, he kind of, yeah, that's what I thought.
Cat kicker.
Quick meeting, right? Quick fucking meeting.
Killer.
What a dick!
Killer.
Oh, jeez.
You just made some guards
That guy
night.
needs to fucking...
He's not going to live to see that. Yeah. No, we're going to kill that guy.
All right.
Yeah, he's got it.
You are escorted to the exterior of Pillow Trove, which this would be over here in the Trispire.
Look at all your notes.
I wonder how much of the Trispire is like this.
It's got to be
A
locked
lot
up.
of it, right?
Yeah.
It's pants.
All the Trispire.
So you're led down the beautiful cobblestone street around the bend of this beautiful courtyard where you can see a family is currently sitting down and having kind of an open air picnic here amongst the grass. There are butterflies in the air. It's picturesque to the point where you question how engineered it is to a certain degree. But with a couple of quick spins, you see one thing that catches your eye, which is really interesting, is this massive one of the Tri-Spire towers that's closest to the vicinity of the Pillar Trove. Looks like it was this old temple that's been completely hollowed out and repurposed to look almost like a glitzy casino. There are banners that are just pulled across it of brightly colored silks that mingle and almost braid into each other. You can see at each different floor there's a different kind of tone to the stone that's been slightly altered. And you can see signs showing what looks to be different forms of entertainment, and it has a simultaneously historically awe-inspiring and gaudy combination that is intriguing.
Like Caesar's Palace.
Kinda, yeah. It's a little Vegas-y in comparison to the rest of this area. You can see and
there's clouds painted on the ceiling
basically,
for no reason.
At the corners of these roads, you can see these tall lanterns that contain a very, very faintly burning, kind of ever burning flame. And between each of them, there's a long white silken banner that just hangs as part of decoration along each road. So the roads themselves feel like they're kind of always in some sort of loose parade type celebration, but it's just part of the decor of the vicinity. The stark contrast between the outer steads to the even like moderately average intersteads to the Tri-Spire is astronomical.
Can I ask the guard, what is that building?
Have you not been here before?
No, I'm new to town actually.
Interesting. That is, well, you're in the Silken Terrace. What you're looking at right there, it's called the Triumph Chime. It's got all sorts of bars, gambling halls, inn rooms, brothel, and everything you need up here.
Oh wow, I didn't think you had things like this in the Empire.
We've got them in places. What you think we're uncivilized folk? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Menagerie Coast actually. Nicodranas.
Oh. Well, then you feel right at home here. Huh.
Quite.
Well, here you are, Pillar Trove. And as he kind of nudges over the side, you can see this luxurious inn that has this kind of cylindrical appearance to the front and then turns into a blocky building behind. It has this very kind of gold and deep purple coloration to the pillars that hold up the various walls to each intersection. And as soon as you walk inside, the scents of scented candles and various lavender type smells kind of hit your nose. It's an element of it kind of reminds you of home. And as you walk inside, you can see there's a beautiful semicircle desk and what looks to be a human woman, probably in her mid-20s or so. Jet black hair that's kind of just straight and dangles past her shoulders. Watches you approach as the guard says, I'll wait here and escort you out when you're done.
Thank you very much, kind sir. I walk grandiosely up to the woman. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I have a package that's being delivered to here.
Very well. What is the name receiving?
Jester.
I shall inquire. I'll be back here in just a moment.
Thank you very much.
As she leaves from the front desk, you can see there are 2 Crown's Guard that are assigned to the sides that are just keeping a close watch on you, but they're kind of lackadaisically through their day. You get the sense they probably don't have to work too hard this side of the city.
You can sit up at Tiffany's, huh? Okay.
About 5 minutes pass.
Is anybody watching me?
Yeah, they're both watching you,
Okay.
but not intently like hawks. More just occasionally just making sure you're not doing anything silly. You watch as a rather bounding, obese merchant in his kind of late 40s or so comes barreling down the stairway, kind of sniffling hard and rubbing his nose, and he's dressed really, really well, maybe a size too small, trying to reclaim a presentation of maybe a younger self of him, and he hasn't quite come to terms with the fact that he's hitting that age. But as he walks past, he goes,
Good day.
Good day.
exits the building. Another 5 minutes pass, and eventually the woman comes back. She goes, I'm sorry, we don't have a package for that name here. Is there any other it might be under?
Maybe under Lavore?
I'll check.
Okay.
She leaves again for another few minutes, comes back after that. I'm sorry, there's nothing under that name.
Anything from the Ruby of the Sea, maybe?
I'll check one more time.
Okay, thank you.
She leaves.
I smile back at the guard like,
Comes back out. I'm terribly sorry. We do not have a package for or under any of those names.
Well, that's really weird. Okay. Well, tell you what. How about, because it's probably going to be coming, you know, I'm here really early for it, you know, so if it comes for me, when it does, could you leave word with the guard, outside the Tri-Spire?
Which one?
Well, like the guardhouse, you know.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I can just come and ask if it's been delivered, and then I can come, because I don't have to walk all the way here, you know, if it's not here.
Very well. All right, I'll make a note of it.
Okay, unless I should maybe stay here waiting for it.
If you like, we could set you up with a room.
Oh, yes. How much would that be?
Well, it depends on the size. We have our general suites, we have the lordly suites, and then we have the diplomatic invitational suites. Pricing begins at 10 gold per room for the basic suites, 20 for the next tier up, and for the diplomatic ones, those run about 50 gold a night.
Well, I normally stay in the diplomatic rooms, but I guess the smallest room for now, just because, you know, I'm small.
Of course. 10 gold for a night. How long do you plan to stay?
Probably just tonight, you know, because they'll probably be here in the morning.
All right. And
Okay.
that was Jester, right?
Yes.
Very well. All right.
Oh, yes, here we go. Thank you.
Thank you. And here is the key to your room.
Oh, thank you.
Second floor, third door on the left. It should be number 12.
12. That's my favorite number.
Oh. So sorry I couldn't be of help with you.
Okay. I go upstairs.
Okay.
I sit down.
Get into your room. Door opens. It's a beautiful, small room, but well decorated. Nice, probably queen-size canopy bed. It looks to be a dresser with a mirror, a chair, a little
Mini
cabinet.
fridge.
Yeah.
Wet bar.
Right? Traveler? Are you here? Shit. Okay. Well, I don't know where I'm staying tonight, Traveler. I might be here, or I might be with my friends, but, okay. I'll see you soon, okay? And I run back out to the room.
You turn in the hallway to where you entered. You see a familiar cloak of deep green, hooded. The cloak kind of nods down towards you, and the voice slowly kind of cascades out from underneath. I'm so sorry she's not aware that you're here now, but you're with friends.
Okay. Do you think you could help me though?
Child, I think I help you quite a bit already.
I know. You do.
What do you need?
I don't know how to let her know. I don't know what to do.
Leans forward and the hand reaches out and kind of takes your chin a little bit and kind of just holds it there. There in the kind of the dark space in the hood, you can just see the familiar verdant irises looking back, and kind of the warmth kind of fills you once more. The comfort that kept you comfortable so many years alone in that room. I think the more deeds you do, the more lives you change, the more confident brats you break. She'll find you.
Okay. Pull out the pamphlet. Look what I made for you.
The hand kind of pulls back and takes the pamphlet. Adorable.
People are going to worship you like crazy.
You know what to do then.
Okay. I miss you.
I'm never far.
All right, I'm going to walk. If you want to follow me, I'm just gonna go out there.
As you look down at the pamphlet and look up to say that, he's gone. And you just hear this faint little.
I skip away.
Skip away.
I go back to the guard. Okay, I have a room here. I don't know if you need to escort me anymore because I'm staying here at the Village Grove. But I'm going to go, okay?
All right.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Hey! Guard, what's your name?
Reeve.
Reeve, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Jester.
He had his hand out. Looks like he's expecting some sort of a tip, and you take
Nice
his.
shake.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so that guy that I hired to guard me, I give him some money. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I allowed to get him in here so he can actually do his job?
He's not an interior guard. Based on his markings, it looks like he's supposed to be at the perimeter.
The guy that was all in his tattered coat and stuff?
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not coming in.
But I hired him to guard me, though.
I'm sorry, we have to maintain a certain kind of presentation here. It's.
All right. Okay.
Quickly, could I have asked around and found my way to the other entrance to this area by now?
Or to open in the Republic.
No, I have this. Super quick question, a single question at the gate.
Yeah, you could have, in this time, you could have made your way around.
Found my way there. All right, so I just walk up straight, looking like me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, may I have a word of your time? May I have a moment of your time?
Piss off.
Listen to me. There is a store in here called Chastity's Nook that sells dirty books. I have heard of it for months, and I am going to shop at this store. And if you want to make 3 gold, and if this one wants to make 3 gold, you will let me in there to shop for smut at the store.
You watch his face kind of just. His eyes go wide for a second. He goes, "You're a fan of the Chastity Nook?"
I want to be.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Each of you.
The guard's a critter.
No.
Damn it! You know, for 6 gold, you could buy yourself some real fancy clothes.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. Pay off a Crown's guard of the city of Zadash to let you, a lowlife from the skids of the town inn in the most expensive and most well-guarded region of the city. I like my job. I like my head.
Okay. Enjoy working for the man.
Anarchy! Boom!
All right. So, Jester.
I guess I go back to Caleb.
Okay. You guys meet up on the outside of the district.
How was it?
It was really pretty in there. People are kind of stupid, but I did talk to the traveler, so everything's cool. Also, I don't have any money.
That's okay. I have a little bit of money. Do you need some?
No, I mean,
about
I
50
have...
gold. Do you want me to give you some?
That's not as much as I have now. It's so stupid, though.
That's a lot of money.
It's not, Caleb.
It is.
It's not.
That's more money than my parents ever made in their entire life.
That's what I made
In full view of Jester, I reach into my pocket and take what's left of the mud. Just. And I storm off towards our
Hey, love, I
original
didn't mean to make
shitty
you
inn.
put your shit on your face again.
I don't hear that.
All right. As you guys jaunt off to catch up with the rest of the troop, meeting probably because you guys probably heading back to
We'll be heading back.
to the Leaky Tap. You managed to gather in the center of the common area. You see a freshly muddied Caleb enter with a somewhat flustered but smiling Jester.
We're clean, we're relaxed, we're ready to go into a sewer.
Fitting. Absolutely fitting.
Didn't we just...
This is its normal look. I think it's very nice, actually.
I do too.
I thought we took a... Hey, I am not a person to judge. I know I don't look... It's fine. Where are we going again?
I like you. Do you want to hang with us for a while?
I don't know.
Well, this day is great.
We'll take it.
Well, let's go kill something,
We're
yeah?
going to the outer wall of the Shire.
What time is it?
By now, I'd say it's probably close to 3 in the afternoon.
It's beast killing
Beast killing time! Yeah!
It's time to eat some roast beef.
Maybe late lunch, carb up, and then let's fucking...
Yeah.
Carb back it. Yeah.
Pot roast beef?
Yes, definitely.
Some au jus.
I got a room at
French
the
onions.
Pillow.
Totally.
Would you get a room at the Pillow Trove?
Well,
Brisket
because my
sandwich.
package didn't come, so I
Yeah.
thought maybe if I got a room there, then I could check in the morning as well. Maybe.
Oh, that's very clever, actually.
Yeah.
Well done. Are you expecting? You're still expecting your package?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been not enough time, I don't think.
Sometimes I expect things to show up and then they don't. Can be very disappointing, but it's all right. I'm sure it'll show up.
It'll show up, of
Yes.
course it will.
Not that it matters if it doesn't.
The trick is to just not expect anything in life.
I didn't expect you to say that.
That's a good advice.
Well, then you'll never be disappointed, you know?
It's very true.
Yeah. Here's to abandoning expectations.
Abandoning
Expectations.
The airport.
Taking a little bit of liquid courage as you muster your weaponry and gather your way to the directions to the entry of the sewer where the currently acquired mercenary contract had been taken.
Before we end, Bo says, wait, should we have done research on what we're fighting? No! Alright, let's go.
He gives me a migraine.
And that's what we'll pick up next week.
Send all of your complaints for not knowing what would happen in the porno shop to @MatthewMercer.
I was sorry, man.
You just gotta get some fancy clothes, man.
I was just waiting for like the drop to look at the shoes, and you look back. Yep, no, those shoes don't get it.
How to get rid of the disguise self blockage. That's a big
Dirty
shop
shop?
to go to.
Ooh.
What caused that?
We can go over the wall, around the wall, under the wall.
Oh, we gotta get in
We'll
that.
be
If
fine.
it's a vicinity
Oh yeah, no,
thing.
it's on.
We will get
You're
you
in it.
porn, Liam. We will get you porn.
Slut you shall have.
I agree. I think you just need a nice coat.
Gotta get to that shop.
Yeah, you just
A
need
nice coat can get
Please
you porn.
continue to try. Not every means to an end is the easiest and most straightforward, man.
Sewers.
When I was young, we would just stack 3 up and put on a coat.
I want this to be like an Ocean's 11 style, like 3 episode mini arc just to get into the smut shop. That's what I want. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Those I'll see you in Kentucky. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. I know.
Take care of my boy home state. Be good to him.
Be back next week with Ashley.
Yeah.
Excited to have you home for a little while.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, so there was that. There was something else I was supposed to talk about.
Supposed to say something about giveaways or something?
No, I was talking about the giveaway. Was it?
No.
What were you supposed
Where'd
to
Lucky
say?
go? You're supposed to remind me of something. Anyway,
Lucky. What?
I was supposed to remind us of something. Anyway, I'll put it on Twitter if I remember what it was. But anyway, love you guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. And is it Thursday yet?
It still is.
We had a bathhouse episode. Welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. So, first off, those of you who are watching the awesome art sizzle, we were excited. We finally got the opportunity to get our fantastic fan song, Welcome to Wildmouth, by Colin McGinnis, one of the critter community and a very talented musician who made that piece. And we've been trying to find a way to incorporate it since he put it up. So we're excited to have that as a lead in the pipe for the week. So thank you so much, Colin, for being amazing. And all you guys you should check out his stuff. What are you kidnapping somebody over there?
Don't mind me.
But before we get into the game real fast, let's go ahead and go over some announcements.
Yeah.
First off, tonight we have dual sponsors. First, we have our fantastic returning partners in crime for this campaign, D&D Beyond.
This week, guys, D&D Beyond is offering up another discount code for 25% off any single purchase in the D&D Beyond marketplace. Use code INVISIBLEWAND, not case sensitive, at checkout to receive the discount. I've done a lot of things to promote D&D Beyond and all of our sponsors. I've done poetry, I've done opera, I've sung songs, but there's one art form that I haven't explored, and that's dance.
Yes!
So tonight I will be performing with my invisible wand a ballet that I wrote to honor D&D Beyond. I may need a camera person. Okay, ready? Maestro, please hit it. Oh, God. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, here it goes.
What the
Thank you.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Every time.
Some things just have to be expressed with the human body.
Of course.
Every time you open your mouth that wide, an entire new universe is born.
Wow. So thank you, D&D Beyond, for facilitating that.
Yes.
For us and all the good of the internet.
Yes.
What would you do every week without sponsorships? You would just explode.
I would do this at home.
Oh, good.
He needs an outlet. It's good. It's healthy for him. And our second sponsor tonight is the upcoming game. Maybe you played the franchise before, but we have the Far Cry 5 game. The Far Cry series coming up soon. Liam, if you wanted to talk about that.
Oh man, Vaxel Dan Vassar here from the afterlife. You know, most of the time I sit here in a big black room just wondering where the fuck I am or what's going to happen next. Probably nothing. But once in a while, the Raven Queen hands me a sheet of paper to help promote projects, and this week it is Far Cry 5. I got this 4 minutes ago. Far Cry 5 is available on March 27th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Go to farcry.com. We don't have any computers here. To learn more and pick up a copy. The latest installment of Far Cry is set in fictional Hope County, Montana, where a fanatical doomsday cult known as the Project at Eden's Gate has taken control. You are the hero of the story in a thrilling world that hits back with every punch, and where the places you discover and the locals you ally with will shape your story in ways you'll never see coming. Also, in celebration of the upcoming release, Nerdists Dan Casey, Kyle Hill, and Geek and Sundry's own Erika Ishii filming a special Far Cry 5 training video where they took on challenges players will face in-game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shooting, car drifting, dog training, and more. Go to nerdist.com or youtube.com/nerdist to check it out and tell them Critical Role sent you. Send me some comic books because I'm really bored here.
Thank you, Lee.
Appreciate it. Player Far Cry 4 was amazing. I have higher expectations for 5.
Oh, the story looks dark.
Yeah, it's real dark. It's real good. ATVs, baby. So,
Thank you. And thank you, Varkarthai, for sponsoring tonight's game. All right, so next bit, a reminder for Twitch Prime. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you can easily subscribe to any Twitch channel that you want to for free once each month. You go ahead and just connect your Twitch and your Amazon accounts together, and you can do it with the click of a button. So check it out. If you want to see all the VODs on this channel or any other channel on Twitch that you enjoy, that is a really easy and inexpensive way of doing so. Last week's episode of Critical Role is available today on podcast form. So if you have friends who want to listen audio-wise, those are available where all fine podcasts are downloadable. Talks Machina next Tuesday evening about tonight's episode will be 7 p.m. Pacific, where it always is. For those of you who aren't in the weird backwards world of daylight savings time, you may have to check what time that is, but you probably know that now because of what tonight's episode is. Anyway, 7 p.m. Pacific American. For our fantastic host, Brian W. Foster, we'll be talking with number...
You did it. Nothing.
Yay.
I literally brain farted once, and it's like, I've always ruined it.
It's been more than one.
But good friends never let you forget.
I know that, it's true.
That is true. Very true.
But yeah, so check it out next Tuesday. WonderCon coming up. We have a Talks Machina Critical Role panel at Sunday, March 25th at WonderCon at 11:30 a.m. in the arena. So, if you guys are in the vicinity or planning to attend WonderCon, please come join us for the panel. We all shall be ridiculous as usual, and I don't know if Sam will be up for wearing his box crotch onesie from Gen Con last year, but
Maybe you can do an interpretive dance there as well.
Upgrade to an octagon.
Yeah, higher face die.
Yeah, 4 pixels.
Like an 8-sider or 12-sider.
That's true.
Let's really push the envelope.
D4.
Of dick jokes.
D4. There is no end to dick jokes.
this is true. So hopefully we'll see some of you guys there. C2E2 in Chicago also, which is happening. We have panels and signings held April 7th and April 8th. You can get your tickets at c2e2.com. We're excited to see you guys there. I met a bunch of great critters, some great quitters this past weekend in Lexington, Kentucky. You guys were amazing. It's such a great time to interface with all of you. For those of you who were able to come, thank you so much for being patient. I know it was a wait for a lot of you, but it was a joy for me. I hope it was a joy for you. And a lot of you were saying you were coming to Chicago as well, so look forward to seeing you there. Let's see. Once again, 826LA is a fantastic charity that we promote and push for this. They do great work with after-school classes in creative writing for underprivileged teens and children. If you have the opportunity, look into it, see if you can provide any sort of funds to what they do, or go ahead and give some time to them. Go ahead and teach and be part of that wonderful environment. They're amazing. I highly recommend you check them out if you haven't yet.
And Thompson, didn't you say you ran into a critter who went and is starting to do D&D?
He's like starting to do stuff down there.
I love that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You
he was enthusiastic. I'm excited. It's good stuff.
If he can do it, you can too.
All right. I believe we have some new merch.
Oh, what did it?
Oh, wait.
Oh, it is.
Don't look at him. Especially from him.
Those are in the store right now, as well as our new CR logo shirt, which nobody's wearing.
I need one. I need a large.
Okay, I'll get one for you.
Should I get one in the store? Where are they available?
Look at that. The shop. There it is. I love that color.
Executive.
Yeah, it is. It's like
The sophisticated version.
yeah. So yeah, those are in the store now, as well as lots of other merch. Check it out. Let's have cruises soon.
Yeah, let's get our own Sea Org and we'll give out Rex.
No, nothing like Sea Org.
We're just getting over being sick. No cruises.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, anybody have anything else they want to say, or shall we dive in?
I like Girl Scout cookie.
All right. And on that note, let's go and dive into tonight's episode of Critical Role. And welcome. Those who aren't aware, Ashley just full-on rip-corded out of halfway a phrase, and it was beautiful. It was adorable.
So many things.
So.
I'll get better at it again.
That's okay. That's okay. That's all good. All right. So, Last we left off, the Mighty Nine have been making their rounds in the city of Zadash, seeking opportunities, information, kind of getting their bearings amongst the various town folk, streets, and what goings on there are. Getting updates from town criers, wandering through the roads, speaking with individuals, going into bathhouses where you met up with your fantastic long-lost barbarian. Yasha coming in to join alongside you guys in your exploits. You managed to converse with what seemed to be a meeting, or at least Bo and Ford met with a meeting of unhappy denizens of the Empire discussing their frustrations beneath the Leaky Tap, and had crossed some information with them. You had gone and made some purchases. You had sold off a few of the things you'd acquired in your journeys northward along the Amber Road. You had decided to, looking for work, go to the King's Hall, where they had a task board there, and had taken one of the contracts that apparently had been posted, to where you'd be paid to seek beneath the sewers beneath the city, near the outskirts of the Tri-Spire area of the town, for something that had been lurking within those tunnels below. Apparently a couple of guards had not returned. One had gone there and fled, and you were promised a sum of money should you be able to exterminate whatever this entity is, bring back proof of its demise, and you jauntily accepted this. Before this happened, as a part of a journey towards this Tri-Spire, both Caleb and Jester made their way there. Caleb unsuccessfully entering a nicer district of the city that did not seem to believe or respect his presentation. Jester did so, got a room at one of the hoity-toity inns in the district, and was led to some mild disappointments. And where we left off, the two of you had reconvened and began making your way back to meet up with the rest of your friends at the Leaky Tap Tavern. Probably at a brief distance from each other, as Caleb has huffed off in a bit of frustration. But eventually, as Caleb, you make your way to the familiar outside of the Leaky Tap. You enter the fresh mud, now a little bit less fresh and dried against your face, to the interior. At this point, it's mid-afternoon. There's maybe about, say, 9 patrons in there, and a number of your friends who've been waiting for the two of you to return that are all sitting around a table and discussing amongst themselves. The rest of you guys look across and watch Caleb enter, and then a few moments after, Jester enters as well.
Oh, hi.
How'd you do?
Big money?
No, not so much. Not a lot of money.
Lots of gifts then.
No.
Jewels?
No, nothing really. But I saw the traveler, so that's good news, everyone. He's still around. He's here. He's probably hanging out with us right now.
He's in Zadash, staying here?
Yes. Well, probably yes.
Isn't that hard since he's not technically
Should
recognized?
you be talking about him out in the open like that?
Well, I mean, not a lot of people know who he is yet, so really, no, I don't think I'll get in trouble.
He's a new god?
Well, I don't know if he's new, but he is, just not well known, especially here. I'm sure where he's from, everybody knows him, because he's really cool, so I bet a lot of people are like, oh my god, I love you.
He plays lots of local clubs, basically. Yeah.
Yes, basically.
Up and coming, enjoying resurgence.
And you're sure he's a god?
Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's so powerful. You guys should really see what he could do, because it's amazing.
Give us a hint.
Well, he can do lots of magic, and he can appear out of nowhere. That's cool.
That is cool.
Were you with anyone when he showed up? Or?
No.
Do you think he'd want to meet us or introduce us, maybe?
I can ask him. Yeah.
I'm really interested in a god that kicks it with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Well, traveler, you heard it yourself. If you like everyone here, you can just show up anytime.
Perception check.
Make a perception check.
First one, that's 11.
11?
Yep.
You look around the room and nothing seems to apparate. The clientele all seem disinterested with your presence. Nothing that would belie any sort of arrival of an entity of which she spoke of.
I don't think he's here.
Well, it's possible he's just invisible right now, because he does that
It's
sometimes.
problematic.
Incognito.
Yeah.
I mean, it is not totally unheard of. The legends in history are full of stories of the gods dabbling with mortals. I don't know what happened for you today, but it is not common, but it does happen.
Yeah, it happens.
So he just shows up for you as a man, or how does that work?
Yeah, like, you know, he's just this guy. I don't know exactly what he looks like, because he's got this hood, but I imagine that he's like really handsome. I think he's really cute. He sounds really cute. You can probably hear me right now so fast.
Hello, guy.
Right? Maybe he'll start talking to you too.
Maybe Molly can do a seance. Come out.
Oh, well, he
Yeah,
might
you
get, you know what?
Not
He
yet.
might think that's really fun. That could be fun.
I don't normally speak with the dead on a first date, but we'll think about it.
Yasha, do you have any kind of communications with your?
I mean, I certainly don't see him in the flesh, so no.
Yeah.
But do you talk to him?
Yes, of course.
Does he talk back?
Not exactly.
Maybe you have to get somewhere really quiet, because the first time I heard the Traveler, it was super duper quiet.
That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea.
Fort, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you remember how long it took us to get from Port Domali to the border into?
I don't think it was more than a few days. I don't recall exactly. Do I recall exactly?
You do. From Port Damali to the southern gates of the Empire and the Wuyun Gorge, on foot, which you guys were traveling on foot, it took you the better part of about 2 weeks. But you passed through like Nicodran, or you didn't pass through Nicodranas. You went through all on the road and kind of skirted among society. You took the road pretty much straight there, but it was quite a bit of travel on foot to get there.
By a few days, I mean like a couple weeks. I think is more appropriate
So
estimation.
wait, if I send a message from Allfield, then, or wait, where were we when I sent that message?
You were in Oldfield?
Yeah, that's correct. We hadn't left yet.
Then would it have got to Nicodranas and to Zadash by now?
Yeah, Jester. I mean, that's got to take a while to get there and back.
It would take quite a while longer, I think. It's too early, probably, for you to have checked today.
We were in Allfield because that was also when I stole the mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, also sometimes people steal your mail, and
I believe that was
people get robbed on the road.
was it
so,
trust?
oh yes.
Then no, I just had an itch.
thought you were-
You have a little dirt on your face, but other than that, it's
Shit happens.
so maybe that's what it is. That's why.
Yeah. Now, is she supposed to send you stuff here?
She was going to send it to the Pillow Trove.
Well, so we'll have to just hang out until it shows up then.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like it's harder to get over to the Pillow Trove. Maybe you could have them forward your mail to here or something like that.
It would be like a pretty expensive package, so I feel like maybe I could do that.
Or if we had some sort of a P.O. box.
I'll look into that. I don't know what it is, but I'll look into that. I have a room there tonight, you guys.
Isn't it real?
Room party!
Yeah, but the thing is that apparently it's not easy to get into that district.
No, I was not able to accompany her to the Pillow Trove, so...
Why not?
Why?
Because I am shabby.
You're shabby?
That is fair, you are shabby.
Shabbily dressed.
Shabby chic.
We need to get you some nicer clothes then.
You know, I was thinking on the walk back here that I would probably like to get a cloak of some kind.
Oh.
I mean, you could also get a new jacket and new pants.
I know where everything is in every
New
pocket of
shirts.
this coat.
Maybe you
It has
can
been with me through a lot. What?
Maybe we can go somewhere and they will make a coat exactly like that coat with all the same pockets, only it won't have the holes in it.
I mean, how long could it take you to memorize pockets on a coat? That's like
Yeah, you know,
20 minutes?
I will probably just get a cloak.
Yeah, that's probably good too.
Should we get you a rag as well? Just to have on hand, like a hanky.
Excellent idea.
Just you don't have to do
I
like
mean,
a full bath. You can
I'm
just
not
like
bothered.
do a quick.
I don't. It seems like maybe.
I'm not bothered.
Oh, I'm not bothered.
I'm definitely not bothered. I mean, I like.
He also makes a good point, though, just in case, you know, a simple wipe down was enough to gain you entry.
Yeah, you know, water's not very hard to come by, so I can,
Or-
if need be. Yes.
Or we just keep going to visit that guy who made you clean.
Oh, yeah.
Every day we could just go see him and then he just makes us all clean.
Or you could really just get a new coat.
Does feel like a terrible abuse of hospitality.
What, to use his power like
Yeah,
that?
just sitting there.
I want to ask a
showering people
traveler
all
if
day.
like he knows how to do that because I wonder if he could make me do that.
Is the Traveler the only god you've ever seen, or have you seen other gods out of curiosity?
No, I've only seen that guy.
So this is the one that decided to make itself presentable to you.
Mm-hmm. She does see hamster unicorns.
What have you been doing in
Are
the
they gods?
interim?
They're gods, right?
No, they're just
Us?
they're just
We?
unicorns.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been sitting drinking, right? And
I've been drinking.
We've been plotting our next moves.
Yeah, I mean, we got to tackle this job at some point.
I've never been in a sewer.
We've got to get to that sewer, you guys.
Yeah. It's
You
a
got
sewer
to-
nexus.
That's a sentence I've never heard
A
of.
beast with webs.
So we're not having this room party?
We're having the room party after the sewer.
Yeah, because we'll have like bank and then we can get room
That's a
service
better
and
order.
shit.
Yeah, order because probably after the.
But we'll have to get clean or else we won't get in there.
I wanted to file a very expensive shower.
But that's what I'm saying is the sewer first
Sewer
because
with us
you are all going
I
to be
understand.
dirty like
And
me
somebody else's
before the
hotel
end.
room will get us clean.
But you also, if you own are renting a room there, maybe they have to let us in.
Well, you also have to get in order to rent the
I
room.
think you only have to let me in, technically.
Did they give you like a hall pass or
I
something?
have this key.
Ooh.
It says
Does-
hello, travel.
Sewer gotta go somewhere. Key, or is there like a thing that dangles from it? Something we can mimic and make more of?
Can we?
It's a very intricate key. The material of it looks like it feels like a dense iron, but it's been gold leafed or it's been coated in some sort of a reflective gold like metal. It's very well made. It has little scrollings on it, almost like a spiral in the center. The key itself is probably
Jester, can I
worth
see
a
this
silver
real
on its own,
fast?
right?
Oh, yeah. Bo has it right now.
Oh, thank you. I'll just take a real good look at it in case I want to fucking minor illusion that shit later.
Okay. Good to know.
I don't think that's the main issue. They're very, they're very strict at the gate for who gets in, and some of us might not have a problem, but more than one of us might.
Caleb, why are you so hung up on just changing clothes for like 10 minutes just to get through the door?
It seems
No.
more like you are hung up on it than I am.
A lot of that be eccentric.
I'm just saying, you want in,
I love this.
dress for what you want.
That's why I want to pick up a clothes.
One of my favorites.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of this one.
He gets real turned up when this shit starts playing.
You're turning back at the
Turn all the
three-piece
way. All the
half-elven band that are kind of moseying their way through the afternoon lazily. They're kind of whispering and chatting amongst each other and, ribbing each other with their elbows between things, just half paying attention to the music, but it's nice enough to keep atmosphere.
I'm tossing a silver over just for that.
A silver?
Yeah.
Fucking start small, man.
Don't tell me how to spend my money.
As the coin clinks and rolls about 2 feet off, the gentleman standing with this double set of drums that kind of lays over a leather strap on him. You see that he's got this kind of shaved sides of his head, this young half-elven boy. Immediately sees that, stops drumming, grabs the coin, gives you a nod, and goes right back into the song. And you watch as the other performers all of a sudden immediately look to you, and they're all just like...
Well, the beat's all off.
Hearing is the happiness of a performer.
Are we going to...
So he's Steve Martin and the Jerk, yeah.
Fucking burn, man.
Two things. One, Ford, will you pass me these cookies over here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Second of all, are we going to try to tackle this sewer this evening, or is this something we're going to do tomorrow?
I mean, let's be honest.
Later afternoon.
I've been looking at some of the folks around here. I think they're over-exaggerating the importance of this beast.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we should at least go down there and take a look,
Oh, I'm not opposed to going down there. I just mean, are we waiting till a couple at night, or are we doing this?
I mean, I don't think so. I'm not a super fan of a sewer during the day. I figure I'll like it even less at night.
Well, why don't we at least go and talk to that guard that came back, try and track him down, maybe get a little bit of insight?
Oh, yeah. Do we know where that guy is?
Do we know where that guy is?
Which guy?
The guy that came running back?
Was there a guy? Was there a guy that came back?
I think.
That Voloshin said that one of them ran back from the task.
Yeah, you don't know anything about you can go back and try and ask for information on that, but you haven't met him or know anything.
I mean, the one thing is sort of sensitive, and if we need to make a fast escape, I'd rather have some light, maybe, if it's something like that.
Yeah.
Daytime's better for that.
That's
different environment.
Thank you.
So is it better to go now or tomorrow morning?
Now.
Now.
How long does it take to get over to the Trispire area? Find us
from where you are now, it'll take you maybe the better part of 45 minutes, better part of an hour.
Early afternoon or late afternoon?
You said?
It's late afternoon. You're probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours from sundown. So.
Shall we do it?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it will be dark after that.
I'm buzzed. If I have another drink, I'm going to be more than buzzed.
Oh yeah, let's drink and fight. That's a good idea.
We're definitely
I'm
going
right where
now.
I want to be.
Yeah.
I want a 45-minute walk to get there.
Yeah, let's do it. You walk your buzz off.
Let's maybe stock up on some torches on the way there. Nah, we don't need torches, do we?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
Not with your nerd goggles.
Yeah.
I mean, do keep in mind, and this is my fault too for not keeping track of it, but even with dark vision, you're still seeing pretty low light. So, like long distance perception checks without light, you're still at a disadvantage on them. I've been bad about keeping track of that, but.
You've been bad.
Do we have a light spell, though, don't we?
Yeah, that's also dim light though as well. Not super bright, unless I.
I must have a torch or something.
I have one in my adventurer's kit.
You have an adventurer's kit.
Yeah.
I have a tinderbox.
So you can turn things into torches.
I have a hooded lantern.
I have a tinderbox too. I have a torch.
Everyone looks at their equipment suddenly.
This thing is amazing. Oh, this stuff in his bag I never opened.
Alrighty, what's the plan?
I have an axe now.
You do? You got a hand axe.
You've got a hand axe.
Yay.
Have you equipped it?
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow.
How about we casually make our way over, and as we're doing that, we can keep an eye out for Kingsguard and see if any of them know this guy. Yeah.
Copy.
All right. You guys making your way towards that direction?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to keep my eye out for a decent clothing shop.
Okay.
Anyway.
Fair enough. Make an investigation check for you as you guys travel and traverse the city.
That is 11.
11?
Yeah.
Along the way, and keeping an eye out and asking a couple questions here and there, you eventually find what appears to be a very basic clothing wares company. Nothing fancy, but just utility. Pants, worker shirts, gloves, and cloaks are available. So if you want to buy a cloak, you can
Yeah,
do that.
that is. I would like to get something that is brown, muted, nothing gaudy. You probably don't have that anyway.
Not in this one, no. It's your choices are pretty much brown, black, and gray.
Yeah,
So
I'll take the
you're
brown
good.
one, yeah.
You're good on that one. Okay. I do not recall if they had any pricing put down for cloaks,
Oh,
but
50 gold.
that's 600 gold pieces, please. Yeah, I mean it falls under would be general common clothes, so I'll put the cloak cost at 2 silver.
Okay, I have that.
A poor man could half a cloak. Half a cloak between them.
One of those shitty dueling shawls that they throw on.
Exactly.
I love it.
Actually,
Whatever those are called.
What season is it? Are we north? Is it going to get cold?
It's cold.
I mean, the further north you go, yeah, and this particular area is pretty chilly, especially since you're getting towards the end of fall. Like it's almost a harvest close in 2 weeks, so you're gonna start hitting winter in the very near future. And you would know this too, that snowfall is fairly common throughout the winter here.
Can you pick me up earmuffs?
Of course I can do that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked for the largest size that they have. And I get a woolen cap as well.
Both of those together, 1 silver piece.
Yeah, okay. I have that.
You're okay. Are you gonna take your ears and then just like roll them?
That sounds amazing.
T-rat and break the tail.
Yes, 2 sponge rollers.
Okay, so following that, the task force contract that you recovered and was assigned to you by the Herald of the Hall contains both the writ of lawmaster intent, which is what will give you approval to travel into the sewer without being harried by any sort of the Crown's Guard, and it also gives you the location of the sewer that leads you there. So following the basic instructions, asking around, you eventually find yourselves at the corner of Ruin Road and Dumas. Yeah. R-U-E-N.
Yeah.
As you approach this intersection, largely still cobblestone, a few that are missing, and the dust is kind of sitting into those pockets to make them soft. The sky is still light, but you can see the sun just beginning to crest past the near walls, and familiar to the two of you, you guys are maybe 2 blocks away from the outer wall of the Tri-Spire.
Hey guys, we're about 2 blocks away from the outer wall. We're super close.
All right.
At the intersection, there are 2 Crown's Guard that are just stationed there, that are keeping eyes and watching around, and off to the eastern side of that intersection, behind one of the poles that contain the lanterns that are lit at night, you can see what looks to be the cover that leads into the sewer below. It's essentially, I mean, it's less of like, it's not like a sewer manhole cover, but it's there's a drain, an open drain, and what looks to be a latch and a small metal pole that basically prevents anyone from going into it.
Are there any clowns in it?
Make a perception check.
That is I'm looking it up. It's a 10.
Why I'm looking it up?
You don't see anything dangerous, Georgie.
Please no.
But as you begin to quickly, or as you begin to spend time staring through the grate and start deciding how to get into there, one of the Crown's Guard station kind of walks up quickly and goes, excuse me, can I ask you what you're doing here?
Oh, good. They came to us.
Yeah, this is your opportunity to shine. Get them.
What?
Explain what we're doing.
All right, here's what we're doing. Got this whole writ thing. We're lawmaster. We're gonna go down, kill the monster who's been tormenting you guys. Heard you lost a few guards. Heard any rumors? Do you know anything? We're go down there and maybe die?
I mean, I've heard a few things. It's apparently there's something down there that's been just real scary. And,
Yep. Come on, man.
I'm not fucking going down there. Are you kidding
I'm not.
me?
Why?
I only know what I've heard.
Did I ever ask you to come with us? I just asked for rumors, man.
No, I can open the grate.
Don't put words in my mouth.
I wasn't meaning to put words in.
Open the. What did you hear?
He kind of scratches his head over his helmet, and you're like, doesn't realize he's not getting to the edge.
Stop with the nervous tics. Stop.
It's like, all I know is apparently they lost a couple of guys down there, and
I know that.
one of them was pissing himself and ran.
That's still not information on the monster.
Well, be my guest. And he pulls a key off of the ring, goes down to what appears to be the latch on the metal bar that blocks off the entry, and pulls it open from the center.
What guard was it that ran away?
I don't fucking know. There's a lot of them around here.
Did you know how they were killed? Did anybody see any wounds?
They never recovered the body.
They never recovered the body.
They're probably
Thank you for-
eaten completely by now.
Well, you're welcome to go down there and continue.
Are all the sewer grates blocked with a lock?
Yeah, it's to prevent folks from wandering into
Oh
them.
no, but how will we get out?
Well, I'm stationed here for the next several hours, so as long as you return
To this one.
to this one, you'll be fine.
What if we get trapped at another one and then we can't get out?
Well, start shouting. Keep that writ on hand, and if there's any Crown's Guard that hear you, they'll probably be able to let you out.
Okay.
Seems reasonable enough.
Is there a way to navigate the sewer systems? Any markings we should look out for?
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been down there. It smells real bad.
You know if the sewer's flooded any time during the day, any sort of unexpected water flows?
I don't think so. We haven't had any heavy rainfall. I haven't been able to hear more than a trickle down there for a number of weeks, so...
Nothing about what kind of monster it is. No darkness, tentacles,
Any
big
sounds
teeth.
coming out of there?
Nothing I've heard, no.
Okay.
When people ask you who were those brave souls that ventured into the sewer, you tell them, the Mighty Nine.
I understand. Mighty, there's 7 of you.
Just
Count
wait.
again.
I moved to the other side of not.
You have to think about it for a while.
He looks genuinely kind of overwhelmed by all the information, and he goes, well, good luck, and just yell if you need something. He pulls the rest of the bar open, and you guys have this space. It's about 1.5 feet.
Who's first?
I go.
Yeah!
All right. So Yasha, as you climb down, immediately it drops, and your foot finds a rung. It appears like there's like a metallic bar that acts as a ladder. And as you begin to kind of lower yourself down, you can immediately look to your left and right, and a little bit of daylight's coming through kind of helps fill out some of the interior. You can see what looks to be maybe 15 or so feet across, from side to side, 15, 20 feet from this wall to the other. Slick stones, a slight curvature that leads into a base where there is a small ditch or a basin where old liquid is trickling through. There's a mild decline heading away from the direction you are, and a mild incline heading kind of in the direction of the tri-spire. The smell is not pleasant, but you're a tough chick. It's never been an issue. So you get yourself down. It's no more than maybe 10 feet to climb to the base of this at the moment. And then you see from this spot where you've climbed down, the ceiling drops low to about 10 or so feet, and you're probably about 15, 20 feet below the surface now.
Okay. I'll take out my torch and light my torch once I get down there.
All right. So your torch lights, and kind of the bright space begins to open up from side to side.
Do you see any monsters down there?
I'll look around. Everything looks good.
Make a perception check. Spoke too soon.
Everything looks good. Uh-oh.
Boulder from Raiders.
Yasha?
8.
Okay.
Like I said, everything looks good.
Do you want a knot down there? It's sort of your thing, you know, you're very good.
Yeah, I'll come on down, Not.
Before I go, can I borrow that ring of water walking?
Oh, sure. Wait, which one was it?
Not that one, or that one.
Okay.
I know what those are.
What about this one?
Yep, that's
I think
it.
that was it.
I don't know if you have to tune to it, but I'm going.
You don't. Right.
Yeah, you don't have to.
All right, I'll go down there with Yasha.
All right, so you climb down and join Yasha there. You can see at the slight decline behind you as it progresses away from kind of the direction of where this occurrence seems to have happened. Once again, the smell, it's stagnant, a combination of waste product and whatever else is kind of rotted and just congealed down there, that smell of bacteria-filled liquid and water. Continuing upward, you can see it kind of curves a little bit to the right and out of sight, with a faint bit of torchlight that bounces off the slick wall. And there is kind of a weird humid warmness to the air down here. It's not extremely pleasant. But yeah, you don't see anything else in here other than little, look to be clusters of waste combined with sticks and whatever else is washed down here through previous storms and have begun to kind of build up blockages here and there, maybe a foot, 2 feet across.
Are we gonna keep going? Or should we get
Wait till everybody gets down.
Can we come down?
Yeah, it's fine. Just come down.
Coming down. All right, you all eventually over
Keep
time.
looking and keeping watch.
Okay.
Listening.
You all eventually make your way down into the sewer grate, and then you hear that, and the metal bar up top is closed.
No, we just closed the jester.
We're gonna die.
All right, so.
What do we think? Go up or down? Up, right?
I think a monster would be down.
Yeah, down. Monsters are down.
Is there any? Can I do a look around and see if there's any type of like street markings like for the sewers?
Make an investigation check.
I'll put on the glove of blasting on that left hand.
Natural 18, 22, I believe. 22.
22. Looking at right near the base of where the rungs are, it looks like there are arrows that point to each direction. The arrow to the right, which leads upward, splits into 3 additional arrows.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3 type of a thing. What about the arrow to the left?
It's just a continuous arrow.
What the fuck
Just
did you
to
just draw?
continue. This arrow, and it splits into 3 arrows, and then and it's a penis.
If you
See?
ever make a road sign, people are fucked. That's
a Nintendo controller.
Yeah, that's some old fucking Street Fighter combo. That's impossible.
Down, left, right.
Right, yeah. And then
Up and around
there's
it.
got to be the A and
Sure.
B around there.
Basically.
All right, well, I guess there's more options this way or just down deeper. I mean, it is a sewer
You
system.
really want to go south, you two?
Always
Well,
down.
I feel like if you were a monster, you would go.
Further away from people.
Yeah.
Or
I like that logic.
it could just be the main drainage out of the city.
That's fair.
Bobby Tarantino too. Let's do it. Let's go south.
I feel like we're walking in a stinky crotch. Why?
Why? Why would
Why?
Yeah.
That shit fucked me
All right.
Everything's going to be fine, Jester.
Shh! Don't spoil it. All right. So you guys begin to head south. It's a very, very faint decline. You can only tell it's a decline in the sense that if you look right to left, you can see the water is trickling in the direction that you're traveling. The tunnel continues for about 100 feet or so before it curves slightly to the right and then comes to what appears to be another set of rungs and another sewer top access.
And were we told that there was some sort of webbing?
Yes,
Spotted
that was
over
the only notable element of what you were looking for.
Seeing any of that as we go?
I wrote down blockage, webbing, and nest.
Have we seen?
19.
No sense of webbing. No.
Do we see any rats down here?
At the moment, you don't see anything moving. No.
Any tracks of any sort?
Make an investigation check if you want to.
13.
13. You get down and look about, and you don't see any tracks by any means, but you do see. You notice that near where the water is, and it's a very faint trickle of water. It's the stream's maybe about that wide, and you just barely hear it moving past. you see what looks to be elements of kind of just sludge that is slowly congealed over time along the edges of this this groove that guides the liquid. And you can see bits that are kind of pushed like something had moved through in kind of the direction of where you were. But that's it.
In the direction of where we
Came from? Like angled, like they were like something slid and pushed through the water in the direction where you came from.
How big are those slide marks, Josh?
Yeah, about 4 inches.
4 inches.
Yeah, and you just see like 1 or 2 that kind of just slide out.
Does that mean we're going the wrong way? Or the right way?
I'm gonna get down and just take a little bit of the smear and just.
Ew.
Oh shit! Do I taste anything?
Does it
Make an
taste like
intelligence
poo?
check.
19 plus 5. No, plus 3.
Plus 3. Yeah. Well, it's a combination of things, and your alchemical history and heightened goblin senses for waste product. There's hints of excrement.
How much diarrhea blasting they did.
Oh God! No! No! All right.
Old diarrhea.
Stop it, Sam. Okay.
This is your fault.
There's like a hint of almost like an iron-like aftertaste, something oxidizing somewhere in the water. The water itself, like a faint hint of a kind of sulfurous, probably from the water, or things breaking down in the water. Nothing that catches your immediate attention, except for. Oh my God, she's no longer role playing.
I didn't even put it together.
You begin to because you rolled so high, that like faint iron aftertaste is familiar.
Familiar.
It reminds you of when you've licked a wound or bit your lip, but it's very faint. Like the fact that because you rolled that high, you're like, it's lip gloss.
This is bloody stool.
Oh, God.
How would you know that?
I know this taste. I know it well.
Nobody is going to ask you why you know that. Just so we're clear, you don't need to explain
It's sort of like
anymore.
You know, like
No
Pringles,
more-
where you just can't have one.
So,
I'm gonna throw up.
so what are you guys doing?
So something's been killed and dragged that way.
I think maybe we should head back in the office.
God, you made my mouth all salami. Oh, God.
In the area where we're at, the only exit now goes up another rung. To the
Correct,
outside.
or continues on the direction you were traveling. It just and looking at that set of rungs, you see the arrows are still marked there. There's a singular arrow that goes in the direction where you came from, and the other arrow splits into 2. You get the sense that each one of these kind of indicates where the next, if you continue that way, if it's going to divide or be straight. Part of this network of sewers that have been built below Zadash long ago.
Plus, since you're tasting hemorrhoids in the water, it's probably coming from that direction.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. And the water seems to be moving towards the direction we're going.
Yeah.
The water's because you're heading down, and the water is trickling in that direction. So
Go back the other way. Okay.
Turn around.
Let's do it.
Okay. So you guys continue back to where you were and traverse instead upwards. And you guys had paid a little bit of attention when you were traveling towards the Tri-Spire, but the entire city is not level. There are grades to it. It was built over hilly terrain, as most of this valley itself has all sorts of varying heights of hills and clusters of hills that happen. The Tri-Spire is up on kind of the raised hill within the city's construct, and so as you ascend in the direction of the Tri-Spire as well, you get the sense that you're not ascending too terribly much, but you're now just about underneath where the wall was. And as it curves around a bit, you look ahead as Yash is holding out a torch, and you can see what appears to be a T intersection of the sewer. where it continues on straight, or heads to the right or to the left.
You should probably lick the ground everywhere and see if you taste that blood anymore.
You also see like more of those clusters of built up refuse that have kind of just created small masses in the ground where water's kind of pooling and making its way around. Yeah.
The curved surface of this area, can we see the ceiling clearly? Is it way
You can,
above
yeah.
it? Okay.
And while the floor itself the walls gradually come in and become a bit of a level platform and then descend into the ditch where the water's traversing, the ceiling is just a continued curvature of it. So it's almost like it's like a tube.
Any webbing?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna look for footprints or.
Then you make an investigation check.
Tracking.
Look at that.
Perception?
That's a 1.
21.
Okay. You see what looks to be a very faint, just barely shifting piece of like thin silk cheesecloth-like material that is just barely visible on the cusp of the torchlight on kind of the right-hand side of that intersection.
Guys, look.
What?
Bring the torch over.
Dust?
It's a webbing.
Okay. So, as we continue from this point, guys, I want to know what your marching order is, by the way, as you're traversing forward.
Hey, I'm at the back.
Right. So you have Caleb at the
That'd be
back.
bad though.
Caleb,
Maybe you should be in the middle. Have you ever been at the haunted house? They
I'm at
come
the-
at you from behind.
That's true. That's true.
So
The
Caleb's at the
middle's
back.
safest. I'll take the front with Yasha, I'm assuming.
I'll be right behind them.
I'll also be right behind you. Actually, I'll be with you.
Yeah, swords in the middle.
Alrighty. And so now you're in the middle with them?
Middle rear.
Okay.
I'll be.
And then just over here?
I guess I'll be right behind the Molly.
Okay. There we go. All right. So you go up and inspect the web?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head up to the torch, you come into the intersection, and you can see now the water is coming down from the path in front of you directly across. The left-hand tunnel continues for about 40, 50 feet before it curves off and goes upward again, like almost a parallel path. And there's water trickling down there that's all kind of meeting here to the right where this webbing is. There is no water. It is just a dry kind of ditch.
I bet that's where we need to go. It's blocked.
It's blocked.
Can I touch a little bit of the webbing with the flame, just to see if.
Sure. You go ahead and bring the torch to the webbing, and you watch it immediately just burns away in a few seconds and just turns to ash and dust.
Yes, queen, yes.
There's also a very, very faint scratching sound.
I'm activating one. I'm just pulling my hand down one of my swords, and I'm getting it to light up.
Activate one of them as it lights up there, and you bring the torch around to look.
I already got my sword out as well.
Okay, you're pulling your goggles
I'm
there.
gonna go ahead and cast Armor of Agathis.
All right.
Spectral Frost.
Okay. As the armor kind of filters up onto you, and the weird, warm, humid air of the sewer interior seems to crystallize against your armor. The ice that normally kind of gives a translucent kind of bluish white color has a strangely yellow green tint to it.
Snow cone variety.
But
I see everybody doing this. I'm going to take a big swig of liquor.
okay, you take a quick swig, and you guys look out in the distant tunnels, and you see nothing.
Scratches the sounds of rat rolling.
It's funny, as you glance down at the ground, though, you do notice that one of those small little, like, clusters of refuse kind of shifts a little bit. And shifts again.
I take
Clusters of refuse.
I take a ball
Poke it
bearing.
with your stick.
I would say little, it's like a few feet across. So they've gotten larger as you've progressed on.
I take a ball bearing and just kind of ping it.
Okay.
How close is it to us?
Well, you get there's like a bunch up in the hall and around you right now. But as you throw the ball bearing and it hits, you watch as some of it kind of breaks away, and you see what looks to be horrible matted fur. And there's a flash in the torchlight where you see suddenly two eyes reflect through, and you hear this sound. And you watch as fangs open up, and a bunch of the other clusters of gathered refuse all suddenly begin to shift and skitter in your direction. I need you all to roll initiative.
Fighting poop rats. It's a hairball.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That's what happens when I roll one that I haven't been charging up.
Yep. It's definitely because of that.
Shit.
Alrighty.
This sewer. Is that real wet? Or is that
It just looks wet.
It's like resin.
So, as we had you guys up here,
Actual shit.
Matt
You guys
is
are
very
fixing that
committed.
pipe.
Why does this floor smell so bad?
It's reality seeping into our game a little bit.
alrighty. So,
Oh no, see, Caleb, look, you should have been in the middle of us.
you watch as all of these various sewer-faring giant rats begin to rush towards you. You watch where their fur seems to have over time merged with other bits of discarded debris and matter, and just causing this kind of outer shell of broken garbage, trash, and excrement that kind of almost protects them and gives this look of a horrible, half-burned pile of compost with teeth and fur just rushing in your direction. So, on that note,
I know. It's like so Baldur's Gate.
I love it. So, alrighty. All right, so for initiative here, guys, let's start with 25 to 20. Anyone?
Oh shit, really?
Oh, damn.
20 as well. Natural.
Look at that. Natural. You rolled natural 20?
Natural 20.
What's your initiative? Oh, that's right. All right, so we have not and your. All right, 20 to 15.
That's right.
17.
19.
Nice.
Unlimited fucking water.
Level 3.
Alrighty. 15 to 10.
Oh shit.
10 to 5.
8.
6.
No, I know. I'm the one to talk.
All right.
No, mine was 9.
Okay. And then Molly, what was yours? 6?
6.
Alrighty.
Fear.
All right.
It might have been 8. Let's just make it 8 because I can't remember if I rolled a 5 or a 6.
That's fine. It doesn't matter in the order. So.
Okay.
All right. All right. So, at the top, as you watch all of them start rushing in, you see their eyes glaring, and kind of as they shift past the torchlight that Yash is holding, you can see there's probably looks to be 6, maybe 7 in the vicinity. At a quick glance around you, and they're all rushing in your direction. Not forward. You guys are up first.
Oh god, oh god.
I turn just to see where all of them are in relation to the party. Are there any sons of bitches over here I can't see?
At the moment, you don't see them.
Okay, great. I turn around and I see Caleb being flanked by 2 of them, and I know he is super squishy. So can I run towards this rat?
You can.
And can I reach back with my hand?
That
and
rat there gets an attack of opportunity. I use strike out of its range first. That is going to be a 15, actually, not bad.
Oh, that hits.
That hits. All right.
He's got bit by a rat running away.
So, as it snaps out at you, you take 5 points of piercing damage. As it bites out, and you feel its teeth sink into the back of your calf muscle, through the armor and into the back of the actual thick running muscle, and the pain strikes through you, and you yank your foot away, and you feel something tear, and you can feel the blood running down the back of your leg and inside of your boot as you feel the pounding of the probably very dirty bite that is left in the back of your leg.
The rat takes 10 points of frost damage.
Which the rat also, as you pull away from it, the pounding pain in your leg is also accompanied by the sudden sound of a rat shattering into ice pieces across the ground and disintegrating. You guys watch as it bites and sinks its teeth into the thing, something crusts over with the similar type of strange yellowish green ice before it. Just T-1000 shatters across the floor of the inside of the sewer. Continuing your round.
I reach back to strike the rat, and as my hand comes down, I'll summon the falchion into my hand and strike down.
So you're watching in one sweep, an empty hand apparates, and you watch as water just springs out from the grasp as it slams down towards. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Is it also yellow water?
No, it's a 14.
A 14 hits. Some more damage.
1D, and it was one-handed, so 1d8.
No.
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. As you sweep down, you completely bisect the rat with your blade. You hear it scream out and just loud, heavy, horrible, monstrous squeak. You're not used to hearing what normally is a small rodent sound, but amplified from a larger, kind of almost bulbous and mutated form that it now has. As you impact, you see it cut in half, and as it releases this kind of putrid cloud of whatever gases its body kind of holds in its right. I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, shit. 9, 13.
13. Okay, you manage to hold your breath and kind of back out of it as it kind of dissipates around you. That finishes your turn?
Yes, it does.
Alrighty, next. No,
Why you do fart while we're fighting?
I got hurt.
I will. So there's a couple rats within like range of my allies, right? So that I could get sneak attack.
Correct. There's one right there. Each one of these is considered one spot kind of between
Okay,
these.
I'll disengage and back away down that hall. Yeah, that way, and get far enough away, and then turn around back and go and fire my crossbow at the one next to Jester. Or no, that's Molly. Molly.
Right there. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. Roll for attack.
15 plus 4, I
That
think.
hits. Go and roll damage.
Okay, so that's okay. That's a lot of d6, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So 5 plus 15.
15. You see as it rears back and goes to leap in the air towards Molly's face. It gets maybe 2 inches off the ground before your bolt sinks right through its skull, emerges the other side, and it spins in the air. The momentum of its leap striking the momentum of your bolt, and as it does, there's a spray of blood in the air, and this kind of noxious cloud of gas kind of just emerges from the wound that's left in the side of its throat. I need both Molly and Bo and Yasha to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh no! It's a small hole the bolt makes.
But it's like popping a balloon. It's kind of, yeah. As you see their forms, they almost seem to be carrying, based on the bacteria and whatever they've been living in, they're carrying a large amount of this gas in their body.
Fart rats.
So, what'd you get?
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Little walking fart. 8.
Yep.
They're
Okay.
like Charlie's.
16. All right.
Oh.
So you manage to Molly, you pull away for the moment and kind of put your coat over the front and block it. The two of you unintentionally, it gets into your nose, stings your eyes. You both take 3 points of poison damage.
Shit.
Finish your turn up?
That's it.
Alrighty, Bo, you're up. As you're coughing, it's stinging all of your senses, and you kind of just right yourself and prepare for your turn.
Sorry, hang on, I'm taking damage. 1, 2, 3, apply damage. Okay, I'm gonna take this one that is in between, closest to me and Yasha, and I'm
Go
just
for
gonna
it.
do a big old golf swing with my quarterstaff.
Go for
Not
it.
that dice, you mean to me.
Not poison, just poison damage.
Ooh, that's good, that's good. 22.
That
to
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
With... Oh, no, that's a 4. That was a 1 for a second. 8 damage.
8 damage. Angrily, in response to this, you sweep down with a giant golf swing of your staff, and as it hits, it impacts, bludgeons the side of its body. You watch as it gets slammed, hits the wall, and falls to the ground. Some of the gas seeps out of its body, but it isn't exposed.
Okay.
It is dead, but the method of damage delivery seemingly didn't disturb whatever was contained within its body.
Interesting. That's not my other attack yet. Can I move and kick that guy?
Over which one? Over here?
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
That's it.
You can
Yeah, I'm
move
just
in.
gonna rats kick.
Go for it.
Rat kick.
Aiming at the ones close to the
Natural 20. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, give me that big old 4. Well, that's a 1. That's a 1. So
So
2,
two.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. You rush up and critically kick this rat in the side of its body. Wham! You feel breaks and bones, or might be sticks, might be whatever else has kind of created this shell of debris about its body, and it gives this kind of screeching sound as it falls over onto its side and then gets back in its place. It's hurting. You see, it's barely holding itself in place, but it's angry and ready to snap back.
I
at
just
you.
reach over to Yasha and I go.
And it is Yasha's turn, actually.
So, yeah.
It's your-
Wait, is this a dog next to Caleb? What is this? Like,
No, those are all rats. I didn't have as many rat minis for this.
Use your imagination. I have reservations about killing a sewer dog.
okay, I think
You get the
I think she's got this. So I don't want anything to happen to Caleb. How can I get to this one? To the one? Any of the ones over by him?
You have enough movement to get to any of those, yeah?
Okay, so I'll
Which
move
one are you
over to
going
one of
for?
those. Let's go to the one closest to him.
Over here. 1, 2, 3.
And I'm just gonna wait. So slashing, so bludgeoning keeps it from
breaking open.
I'm gonna just rear back and just punch it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Make an attack roll.
Punch there.
Yasha, the rat puncher. Are you not raging, right? It's just a regular attack.
Real good. 23.
That hits. Go. So it takes 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Ooh, that's good. Okay.
Don't you have to? Actually,
am I doing this right?
no. You've got an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike, yeah.
Oh wait, I just put that. I look like I have an unarmed strike too, but I don't think I do.
You just put that in there.
I don't. It just.
You can do 4 points of damage.
Yes,
Technically, it's
4
not a 1
points
point.
of
It's 4 points.
Well,
of
it's
damage.
1 point, and then she adds her strength modifier to it.
So 4
So
total.
4, yeah. All right, so it takes 4 points of damage. As you bludgeon it, you just kind of hold the sword with one hand, or your sword's probably still sheathed at this point. You're holding the torch in one hand, so you just rush up and whack, just fist punch it.
Do I get or no, because I moved. Do I get a bonus action? I'm still trying to figure this out.
You get a you don't have a. You're not. It's not a light weapon. It's not a weapon that you can off hit with it. Yeah. You're not.
Can
you're
I just like touch it?
I mean,
Set it aflame?
you could have if that was your action, but you've already punched
Got
it. So.
Okay.
However, you did straight up rush up and cold cock deck a sewer rat in the face. And as you do, once again, you feel the crunching weight behind it as it kind of falls over, gets back up. Its jaws kind of hanging off to one side, and it has this horrible gurgling sound as it screams at you. You watch as a combination of reddish blood and whatever kind of putrid green liquid is also kind of mixing and pouring out of its mouth. Okay, that ends your turn then, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's now their turn. So this one is going to go ahead and just shift around, kind of painfully limping to get down and try and bite up towards your legs. This one's going to go ahead and move, still in combat with you, and go after. Actually, no, because you punched it. It's going to continue after you. This one is going to come after you as well, since you rushed up in its way. So the one coming after Bo, that is going to be a 15.
Yes.
Misses. You go ahead, just duck out of the way. The 2 against you is a 16. That hits. All right, and 17. Both hit.
No.
All right, so you take from the first one 6 points of piercing damage. Whoa. As it leaps up and actually,
I have resistance to piercing.
you're not raging.
Oh, you have to be raging?
Yeah,
See,
that was
okay, I
resistance to the
didn't
rage.
know.
That's okay.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, you can use a bonus action on your turn to rage if you ever want to.
Got it. Okay.
It's okay. So you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As it bites up and you put your arm in the way and it just clamps onto your forearm, begins tearing. You go ahead and shove it off and it lands onto the ground, spins, and gets back to its feet. The other one, you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As you shove that one off, the other one leaps onto your back and begins snapping at the back of your neck and shoulders, and you just kind of shove it back onto the ground and it readies itself for another strike as they're kind of slowly swarming around you. Ending their turn now. Jester, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to run up to the one that just attacked Yasha.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to hit it with my hand axe because I'm not very smart.
Go for it. This is the one that's already been punched too. So you rush up with your hand axe and swings. Go make an attack roll.
You can flip it blade up.
Ooh.
That definitely hits. That's 21.
Yeah, that hits. Go roll damage.
In the combat.
Okay, that's a 7.
7 points of damage.
Yes.
So the rat that's face is already kind of broken. You watch how even when it managed to bite towards Yasha earlier, it was mostly dragging its top fangs across the side of her forearm as its jaw would not actually snap shut. You finish the blow by taking the axe, swiping down. As you do, you carve into its body. The cloud of poison dissipates from its torso area. I need Yasha, Caleb, and you, Jester, to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh, you see, it was like, no, fuck's good. 19.
Okay. You manage to hold yourself off, not being taken to it a second time.
Okay.
8. 5 points of poison damage to you as you accidentally inhale a spray of it into your face.
It's in my mouth.
5. You also take 5 points of poison damage.
Oh no.
Tomato juice.
Oh man.
That shit doesn't work.
No, it doesn't help. All right. I've tried. And then your turn, Jester?
I think so.
Okay, so you finish coughing.
Oh wait. Yeah, I don't want to use that.
Okay. Then Molly, you're up.
Kind of see the mess this is making, and I'm going to just turn around and try and.
Did you just bought it?
I'm like just holding the sword, but I'm just gonna punch with the hilt of my sword, just sort of punch.
Okay, so you go for it. So you, which one are you going up to? The one that Bo kicked earlier?
Yeah, the one I'm attacking out of.
Okay, go for it. So you just roll a d20 and add your strength.
1 plus my strength, my non-existent strength modifier.
Yep.
That's 12 to hit.
12 just hits.
That's 1 damage.
You deal 1 point of damage to that one. As you reach down and sock it in the head.
I can take a bonus attack though, and I'm going to hit it again.
Go for it.
12.
Are you attacking with your?
No, I'm using my other hand. Since technically I have 2 attacks, it's not 2.
We have 2 attacks with the light weapon on the side. Technically, I'll allow it. It's fine.
Right.
Go for it. It's only 1 point damage.
It's another point of damage.
Okay, so it takes 2 points of damage. So now this, you guys are just, you're rat punching. You guys are just going through and punching the fuck out of rats.
Of the old it. It's just bad.
Punching the fuck out of rats.
You are just repeatedly decking it in the face.
Fuck you, dirty rat.
Your knuckles are bleeding a little bit. It's not enough to damage you, but as you're punching down, you're hitting like slick oiled fur and what looks like jagged points of broken wood and whatever else has kind of jammed itself into its matted fur. But you managed to hit it a couple times, and it's taking a little bit of damage, but it's still like it looks very kind of cornered and lashing out now. That ends your turn, Molly. Caleb, you're up.
So sad. I did 2 points of
Okay,
damage.
I would like to start backing up towards, in this direction, towards not away.
Oh no.
No. And I would use a Caleb bonus action to dry heave, and then I will use my action to cast a firebolt towards the rat by Yasha.
By Yasha, go for it. Roll
Yeah.
Jack.
That is, oh no, it's okay. It's a 13.
13 hits?
Yeah, that hits.
Go roll damage on the firebolt.
Yeah.
It's a D10, right?
Yeah, D10. It's a 5 hit points.
5. Between the punches that you gave it, that's enough to finish it. So you reach up. As you run back, you finish dry heaving and then release the bolt of fire. It rockets past. You guys watch as the sewer walls kind of light up in succession down, following the streak of flame through. Just as it impacts, there's a burst, and what would have been the gas that is released from its body incinerates from the fire damage and does not affect anyone surrounding it. Alrighty. Finishing Caleb's turn, that brings us to the top, not before.
Are there more rats?
There is one more over here. That's like limping next to Bo.
Where's our order?
Ladies first, down here it's rats. We're not using that shit.
All
All
right.
right. Not will go forward next to Caleb, and just peer around and fire another crossbow.
Oh no,
at the one
I
next
got
to
it!
you.
I got it!
I know. I haven't been in any gas. I don't know what's going on. All I can see is you guys just going like weirdos. So I'll fire.
Go for it.
Oh, too helpful. You're being too helpful.
18.
18 hits. Go and roll damage.
Feel safe.
No.
Is a sneak attack damage too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh no.
That's still a lot. In the teams.
How do you want to do this?
I guess I will.
Way to date yourself right there.
If there's a way to pin the rat to the wall, I'll do that.
Okay. So as you turn around the side of Caleb, putting your second bolt in, spinning around, firing, it strikes the side of it, and you watch as where you hit it in the side, there's this large pocket of like stretched rat skin where it's pulled so far that the fur itself is disparate. And you can see kind of the peach flesh beneath the fur, and as it hits, it it's a combination of force from both the blow of the bolt and kind of the propulsion of the release of gas that sprays right in the direction of Bo. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw,
Nice.
please.
You got it. Smash it.
Do I have
You're rolling the bad dice again.
Laura, put it in.
That's okay. You only take 1 point of poison damage. They're really low for that one.
I held my spirit.
It's really pretty though. What a pretty die.
I know.
So you take 1 point of poison damage.
Everyone's catching your disease here.
Wow, 2 ones. That bitch. Guys, got us.
I mean, the belief in the dice.
How will we
That's-
choose?
Okay, I'll leave this here as a visual aid. Sure.
You work to make it fun.
Sure. So this is the direction you guys had come in from.
Yeah.
So the liquid is traveling down this way and then down this way, and there's no liquid from the side, and the web that you had destroyed was up in this corner.
Okay, we'll go that way.
Yeah.
This direction?
Before we move, I'm standing with 2 flickering Calebs next to me, and all 3 of us look at Molly like Jim from The Office, and they just go away.
Oh no. How hurt is everyone?
I did.
No, good, yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm 19 out of 32.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
Right, I should do a cure wounds on you.
I'll take it.
Okay, I cast cure wounds on Yasha.
All right. What were you down to?
19.
That's above your whole.
Yeah,
Is it above your whole
that's my
thing?
max.
That's your max?
Yeah, I'm sitting at 14.
Well, it's good I took the hits, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
that's why I said that.
Yeah.
So,
Points. Yeah.
in comparison to some of the scents you've encountered in this conflict, suddenly the rest of the sewer doesn't smell as bad.
Yep.
But you'll
burn right the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh. How hurt are you, Bo?
I'm alright. I'm only down 5
Oh, okay.
hit points. Okay.
Let me know, you guys, because I've got lots of healing, because I'm the cleric.
Seriously, Caleb, how are you?
I've been worse. It's okay.
Okay. If I hit you really hard, would you still be standing up right now?
Who hits me very hard?
That's a good question. I hadn't really thought about
She
that.
hits me very hard. I'm a dead man. If she hits me very hard, I'm probably okay.
I would never hit you.
No, that's just it's just a
I care
like
for
a
you, Caleb.
I'll do.
You have a monster on your chest.
Are you very scared?
Generally, are you asking me?
Just right now?
Right now? No, because I am with all of you, and those were just mice.
I'm extremely scared right now. But I think that we killed the monster and we can go back to the surface now, right?
I don't think that was the monster.
That was clearly something down here that's been killing people.
I think something's making those things like that. Yeah.
The rats are not making webbing. There's something else.
Oh god, what if it's a giant spider?
It's probably a giant spider.
And it's infecting the rats.
Spiders don't like rats.
Rat spiders.
I just don't understand where those rats were.
Poison balloons?
Yes.
Did you see the one that kind of looked like a dog, though? That was freaky.
At first, I thought it was some sort of evil, gassy dog.
I would theorize that perhaps their diet is like 20% food and 80% diarrhea, so it's not very surprising that they're exploding.
Yeah.
Can I bend down and just kind of covering with my vest a little bit, and just see if I can search and figure out exactly what these things are made out of?
Okay. As you kind of push through one of the open wounds of one of the ones that was cut through by either Jester or Ford, I'd say about a third of the body mass is just an assembled shell of refuse. The interior of it appears to be rat or animal-like. General array of organs, though a lot of them have kind of a colorless gray or beige appearance to them. And a lot of them look to be in various states of necrosis. There's a lot of infection inside. Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
These are undead rats.
I think they're full of pus.
Are they undead rats?
You go ahead and make an intelligence check.
With advantage?
With advantage.
All right. Where's my intelligence? There we go. That's a 9. 9.
You would know enough. You would know enough from the knowledge that you have that while there is necrosis in there, it doesn't look like it's fully in there. So these things
Mostly undead.
or at least mostly. Yeah, they were alive up until a moment ago. But these infections, where they continue for a period of time, probably not for long.
Zombie rats.
So they eventually.
Really infected rats.
No, they just have pink eye in all their parts.
You know, this really is only the appetizer. Maybe we should try and find the main
We
course.
should keep going.
Yeah,
still.
there's so many words.
Should we be more sneaky, or should we just just walk?
Yeah, maybe we should be sneaky.
I think stealth would be a good idea.
Let's be sneaky.
All right. To the right. Okay. You do get a glance with your torchlight, Yash, as you glance up the path across the way and the path that curves around the side. You do see what looks to be a few other similar collections, though not moving or not reacting to the vicinity of where you are. And even glancing at the ones that were fighting you, you can see upon closer look that their eyes are kind of snow blind or infected to the point where they probably were very, very nearsighted or close to blind. So the ones in the patches in the distance you see aren't reacting to your presence.
We could set them on fire from a distance.
Or just don't disturb them.
Yeah, but what if, and then they all spring up? We could just set them on fire.
Are we going
That would be disturbing.
No, you're heading.
We're going a different way.
Oh, okay, well, then fine. Let them live and die in horrible pain.
Yes.
So, I'd like you all to roll stealth checks, please.
Stealth checks. You gonna help someone there, Jesse?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh, not me. I don't need it.
Who's the most noisy of us all? Which one of you fuckers needs some help?
I rolled shit for stealth, so it wouldn't be me.
Oh, well, here, take an advantage. Oh.
I'll let it happen. Usually you have to give that before they roll, so you don't know.
Just keep
It's fine.
Should I just take up the rear?
You coming back after a break?
It's fine.
15?
15's better.
Okay.
All right, so 15.
12.
Hold on, I have to check.
10. Not so good.
16.
18.
18.
Okay. So as you guys continue down the right pathway, you continue further and find that the clusters of just makeshift bits of discarded material begin to give way as about 20 feet ahead of you, the torchlight begins to refract and reflect against some sort of soft material that is just kind of drifting and enclosing a portion of the walkway. You see ahead of you a majority of the tunnel is currently blocked, other than a small path on the right side of it, by a dense webbing of some kind. You can see immediately what looks to be a large knot, or a knot of webbing as well that is kind of held aloft, kind of like a foot up from the ground.